Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video I'd like to speak with you about California and how they have their eyes set on your reefer trailers. First, roll the intro. Welcome back. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses, in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased owner operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always guys, big thank you for all the likes you provided in all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming, and let's talk about TRUs, or trailer refrigeration units, because that's what California got their eyes set, and these are new regulations that are going into effect as of next year, 2024. And if you are running a reefer trailer, doing business with California, in California, or a California based carrier, you definitely want to make sure to listen up. And definitely leave us your comments. I know that the previous videos that we've talked about the clean fleet rules that California put into effect, and some of the additional restrictive regulations that have gone into effect in the state of California. A lot of comments have come from that, both on FMCSA side as well as carriers in the comment section below. So certainly, please like the video and go down to the comment section and let us know how you feel about it. But basically, they have their eyes set on your reefers. First, it was trucks with the clean fleets. Now they're looking at TRUs. Basically, a company that deals with energy metering, that deals with clean energy, with energy management. They're out in California. Went open in 2011, so it's an older company. They started off with venture capitalists that were dropping money to basically develop these technologies, these services. Now they're coming out and they're working with the state government in trying to basically police trailers, reefer trailers, and how they're going to be operating. Now, generally, these types of things are a slippery slope, right? You allow a little bit, you give an inch, they take a mile, that kind of thing. And I know that's on the minds of lots of people, and maybe that's actually is the case. So they generally are policing tire recycling and manufacturing facilities, not tire manufacturing, just any sort of manufacturing facilities that might be polluting. They're looking at Bitcoin mining because a lot of heat comes from those ASIC processors, and basically a lot of people actually rerouted those the exhaust, or the heat exhaust from the Bitcoin miners into heating their homes. So it's not all negative at the end of the day. But basically, the new reefer requirements are going into effect in California, and it will affect every single one of you guys who either operates in California or is California based and runs a reefer. And basically, what they're saying is that you must use refrigerants with less warming potential. So, we remember seeing that in multiple levels of DEF fluid. When they had to change the pumps, they had to change the viscosity of the fluid when it created a problem with the flora and fauna. After it went into effect, they had to redo those, and then a lot of the truck stops had to change their pumps, and it was just millions and if not billions of dollars had to be spent on basically redoing the same thing over and over again. We also saw the same thing happen with the low resistance tires. California put into effect. A lot of the big major trucking companies went ahead and fulfilled the requirements, put on those new tires, and it turned out to be, oh yeah, those aren't going to work. And then brand new tires went and filled up all the trash and the recycling and all that stuff went into effect. So honestly, it feels like they actually created more of a problem, more pollution, if you will, because that's not helping anyone, right? So right now we have new particulate matter or PM standards that will be going into effect in 2024, and certain TRUs, or trailer refrigeration units, will actually have to register with the state of California. So there you go. You're going to be in some sort of a roster. There will be new reporting requirements that will go into effect. So you're going to have some sort of reporting, I imagine probably on a quarterly basis, along with your IFTAs every 3 months. So, but right now, it's all up in the air. But what we do know is that starting 2024, reefer carriers will be required to turn in at least 15% of their fleet every year and they have to replace those with zero-emission vehicles. And by zero-emission vehicles, they're not referring to the trucks, they're referring to the trailers, all right? Now, by 2029, and by the way, the truck one, we made a video about that as well. So that is also in effect, and I believe that was by 2030, and full compliance, I believe, by 2035. So we made a video about it. I'll try to dig it up. I'll leave a little card here in the corner, so if you're interested in that, take a look. But basically, by 2029, all TRUs must be ZEV, or zero emission vehicles, ZEV, right? And penalties for not reporting are in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So there you go. We know at least that it's going to cost you if you don't comply, and it's going to cost you if you do. So either way. Now, what they want is they want reefers to basically charge or power at the dock without using any diesel to power the units. And what's interesting is that it's going to cost between 13 and 14 grand for the facilities, for the, per dock, actually, per dock in installation costs. And the cost to the trucker, right now they're saying will just be in a few $100s is all it is. And it's not like you're going to have to run electric vehicles or on your unit. It's going to be at the dock. But again, slippery slope. What happens? Why are they trying to switch to zero emission vehicles, trailer units, those types of engines? Slowly but surely it's going to lead in that direction. So, costs are fairly minimal for the carrier, more expensive for the facility, and basically this would be electrifying TRUs while parked at the facility. So you're more than welcome to keep polluting as you go down the highway. And polluters in the fuel market, basically they can reduce emissions. These are their words. They can reduce their emissions, or they can buy LCFS credits, right? And what that stands for is low carbon fuel standard. So correct me if I'm wrong. The way I see it is you shouldn't pollute, agreed. But if you want to pollute, pay us for some credits and then you can pollute. Really reminds me of the Paris Climate Accords. I know there was a lot of talk about that, but a lot of people didn't look into the actual details. It became too politicized, and people lost their head with that. But that's ultimately what it comes down to. You want to pollute, go for it. Just make sure you pay us for it in a form of credits. Now, by the way, if you're interested, the credits are selling right now for about $60 per metric ton. That's one credit. But they've gone as high as $200. So what's to say that that's not going to be fluctuating in the open market? It's going to cost you an arm and a leg, depending on, I don't know, what time of year or how many trucks are in the market. It's going to be you guys, or it's going to be the facilities, or it's going to be someone who's going to be paying that. But the question is, who's actually going to collect that? And more important question is, who's going to get the credits? If the facilities are going to install those and the truckers are installing those units, are they going to receive a portion? Is the facility going to receive the portion? Is it based on an investment dollar amount? The bottom line is California is pushing forward, and with the size of California, with how much power they have and all the produce that comes out of that state, generally whatever California puts into effect tends to go throughout the rest of the country. So, expect changes in the industry, and please, leave us your comments in a comment section below. Would love to hear from you guys. I think this is an important topic. I think this is definitely worth a discussion. And for now, I'm going to switch over to camera. We'll look over the loads that we book for our customers, and I'll talk to you guys in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's take a look at some of these loads. We got all sorts of freight this week, vans, reefers, even a flatbed did excellent job. Guys, going to start off with a dry van, Brentham, Texas, going to Lamar's, Iowa. This is a 15,000 pound light load of paper cups and lids. Short run, 980 miles, booked at $1,900. Just $1.94 to move them to a better market. Then out of there, they deadheaded out, went to Brookings, South Dakota, took a load to Sunnyside, Washington. A longer run, 42,000 pound load of seeds, 1,403 miles, booked at $6,100. Got them $435 a mile on a ton of miles. So again, it makes sense to move around, get paid to move to a better market. If you got a deadhead, if you got a bobtail, that's fine. You have to consider these things because this is a game of averages, and that's what they did. They ran Tuesday to Monday, so 6 days on a road, grossed $8,000 on the dot, ran 2,383 loaded miles at an average of 336 per loaded mile average. So again, you can see, great job. Just 2 runs, 6 days, $8,000 book, great rate, got the miles, got everything taken care of. Honestly, trust your dispatchers, they'll get you to where you need to go. Next, we're gonna go to a flatbed coming out of Pendergrass, Georgia, going to Duluth, Minnesota, 20,000 pound load of fabric rolls, 1,233 miles, booked at $3,300, got them $268 a mile. Then Hill City, Minnesota to Yale, Oklahoma with a 48,000 pound load of crane mats, 904 miles, booked at $3,000, $332 per mile. Great job. Then Shawnee, Oklahoma to Richmond, Virginia with a 27,000 pound load of copper tubing, 1,259 miles, booked at $3,505.59 or 69 cents, which got him $278 per mile there. Ran for 7 days, Monday to Monday, grossed $9,805.69. Excellent job. This is not a good flatbed market. The guys did a great job. Ran 3,396 loaded miles at an average of 289 per loaded mile average. So excellent job there. Then a reefer coming out of Troutdale, Oregon, as well as, it looks like it's a 3-pick 1-dropper, Boring, Oregon, and Gresham, Oregon. It's a 40,000 pound load going to Wires Cave, Virginia. So 40,000 pound load of nurseries, 42 degrees on a reefer, not too bad, ton of miles, 2,781 miles to be exact, booked at $6,400, got him $230 a mile. And then out of Mount Crawford, Virginia to Bell Point, New York, took a 41,000 pound load of food products, running 33 to 39 on the reefer, 427 miles, finish up. Booked at $1,672, got him $392 a mile on a reefer. Running 7 days on the road, grossed $8,072, ran 3,208 loaded miles at an average of $252 per loaded mile average. So an excellent job on this one as well. Then we got ourselves a dry van out of Hebron, Ohio, going to Evansville, Indiana, with a 43,000 pound load of dry goods. 356 miles, booked at $1,000, got him $281 a mile. Then at a Neely's Landing, Missouri, going to Bear River, Utah, Bear River City, 15,000 pound load of groceries, 1,447 miles, booked at $5,100, got him $352 a mile on a ton of miles. Utah's not the best market. They did head it out to Idaho Falls, Idaho. Worth it. Took a load out of there going to Lubbock, Texas. 42,000 pound load of food grade packaging, 1,128 loaded miles, booked at $2,300, got him $204 a mile. Now back to Texas on this one. So a week on the road, $8,400 grossed, ran 2,931 loaded miles at an average of $287 a mile. Did a great job there as well. Then we got a reefer out of Bernays, Illinois, going to Dallas, Georgia. 40,000 pound load of cement, flooring adhesives, runs 50 degrees on a reefer, 635 miles, booked at $2,041, got him $321 per mile there. Then it did a 1-pick 6-dropper out of Atlanta, going to Hutchinson, Kansas, Topeka, Kansas, Olathe, Kansas. Then went into Colorado with Centennial, Colorado, and 2 drops in Denver with a final in Reno, Nevada. It's a 33,000 pound load in total. FAK miscellaneous, running 72 degrees on a reefer, 2,898 miles on that one. A ton of miles, booked at $6,100, got him $210 a mile. Light load, just getting lighter as you do the drops, and that was it. They ran from Thursday to Thursday, grossed $8,141 in a reefer. 7 days on the road, ran 3,533 loaded miles at an average of $230 per loaded mile average. I'm going to finish off with another dry van coming out of Urbandale, Iowa, going to Gainesville, Georgia. 43,000 pound load of food ingredients, 946 miles, booked at $2,270. Got him $240 per mile. Then right at Gainesville, Zero Deadhead, taken off to Little Rock, Arkansas. 44,000 pound load of beverages, 572 miles, booked at $1,000. Got him just $1.75 on that one. But again, got to look forward. Out of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, going to Ames, Iowa, 43,000 pound load of rice, 648 miles, booked at $14.50. Got him $224 a mile there. Moved them to a better market. Then Des Moines, Iowa to San Marcos, Texas. It's 26,000 pound load of toys, 921 miles, booked at $2,700, got him $293 a mile. So you take a risk, you listen to your dispatcher, it'll get you where you want to go. 7 days on the road, Friday to Friday, ended up grossing $7,420 for the week, ran 3,087 loaded miles at an average of $240 per loaded mile average. So guys, as you can see, you can make money. This market, any market, when the market was hot, we took the very top, the creme de la creme of the market. When the market's down, the guys are still, working with what they can, move you around the right markets. Something's warming up, let's get them there before the rest of the world knows about it. We have certain connections with brokers we've worked with over the years. Those loads have more meat on their bones. So the bottom line is working with an established experienced dispatcher is going to get you to the places where you need to go, especially in a tough market right now. So I urge you guys to call or text us at 801-448-6363. Go to our website at aftdispatch.com. You know, you could just pick, hey, I'm a carrier, I'm an owner-operator. We work with both carriers and owner-operators. So if you're a leased-on guy, maybe you're overpaying. You know, maybe you're not making a ton of money. Maybe your rates are low. Maybe their costs, their deductions are too high. Maybe your dispatchers aren't very experienced. So there's a ton of things that can go wrong. And this is the time in today's market where carriers, where owner-operators really need to look at their bottom line. So give us a call, text us, or go to our website, 801-448-6363 or aftdispatch.com, and we'll talk to you then. Until next week, guys, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.